Tony here today in the 2017 Audi RS7, courtesy of Sun Motor Cars in Mechanicsburg, PA. And yes, this is definitely going to be a fun one. But before I get ahead of myself, starting with pricing, the RS7 is going to start at $110,700. And there's also the RS7 Performance. That one's going to start at $129,500. And as far as the power plant goes, that's going to come from a 4-liter turbocharged V8 engine. And with the base RS7, that is going to put out 560 horsepower at 5,700 RPM and 516 pound-feet of torque available at 1,750 RPM. 0 to 60 time for that one's going to come in at 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 174 miles per hour. Crazy, right? But it gets better because, like I said, there is the RS7 Performance, and that is the one I have today, and that one is going to put out even more power. That's going to be 605 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 553 pound-feet of torque available at 2,500 RPM. 0 to 60 time is going to be a tenth of a second quicker at 3.6 seconds. And top speed is up to 190 miles per hour. So yeah, you thought it didn't get faster, right? Well, there's the RS7 Performance, and it does. But anyways, that power is going to be sent to all 4 wheels through Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, of course, through an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. And in case you were curious, miles per gallon is going to come in at 15 in the city, 25 on the highway, of course using premium fuel. And before I go any further, there are a few different driving modes on this one as well. Let me start with that real quick. There's comfort, there's auto, there's dynamic, and there's individual, and all those driving modes are going to be displayed up on the front screen here. But before I get too much into that, I'm going to put it in dynamic mode because I just mentioned all those power numbers. We are in the RS7 Performance, so I think it's about time for a good acceleration here. Oh my gosh, I can't handle it. I can't handle it, you guys. First, let me start by saying Audi's 0 to 60 numbers are typically very underrated. For instance, their R8, they claimed it's 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It actually does it in around 2.6. So the 0 to 60 in 3.6 on this one, it feels so much quicker than that. It is an absolutely ridiculous acceleration for a 4-door. But it doesn't stop there because the suspension is just as nice. This one comes with an Audi Dynamic Ride Control suspension, which consists of a special shock absorber system that counteracts pitch and body roll movements without using any electronic devices. So I can tell you from just cruising around today, it is a very smooth ride, as expected. But at the same time, when you put it in dynamic drive mode, the steering feel gets a lot heavier. You have a lot more immediate response in the steering. So really, it's the best of both worlds on this one. Alright, another thing I wanted to mention to you guys, this one of course does have paddle shifters as well. Just put it in paddle shift mode here. We're going to test those out, see how quickly they react, and just see how much fun we can have with those there. Whew, they are lightning quick. Woo-hoo-hoo. Did you guys hear that? When you downshift with the paddle shifters as well, there is a heck of a lot of backfire going on there. But yeah, the paddle shifters are lightning quick. So now real quickly with the brakes, let's try them out here. Holy cow. These brakes are going to be Audi ceramic brakes. Up front, they size up at 15.4 inches. In the back, 14 inches. And all this time, I think I forgot to mention it, you guys, but there is a heads-up display as well, so I have my digital speed being displayed on the windshield. So I don't have to take my eyes off the road. I can see how fast I'm going and still enjoy the beautiful ride that this RS7 gives you. But anyways, moving on to the exterior. Up front, there is the gloss black RS exclusive single-frame grille with honeycomb mesh design. And to the sides, there are fully automatic LED headlights, and if you look down a little bit, there is a carbon fiber lower front bumper with air intakes. Definitely unique to this one, and it looks awesome, and it is functional as well, of course. But then moving on to the side, there are carbon exterior side mirror housings with integrated turn signals. They of course are power adjustable, power folding, and heated as well. And for the trim around the windows, that is going to come in a gloss black finish, and just below everything, standard wheel setup is going to come as 21-inch double 5-spoke wheels finished in a gloss black. And of course they did that to match up with all the other gloss black exterior finishes there. But then around back, there is an adaptive rear spoiler, so when you're driving at high speeds, usually around 80-85 miles per hour, the rear spoiler is going to automatically deploy, provide a little extra downforce for you. And of course, there is a button on the dash as well if you wanted to deploy that yourself. Then anyways, as far as the rear lighting goes, that is going to come with LED taillights, and below it all, there is a carbon rear diffuser, once again to match the front, and there is a sport exhaust with black outlets, so as always, here is that exhaust clip. since we're around Mac, there is a power tailgate with hands-free release, and once you get that opened up, cargo capacity is going to come in at 24.5 cubic feet. And if that wasn't enough, those rear seats do fold down, of course, for a ton of added space. But then moving on up to the back seats, that rear legroom is going to come in at 37 inches. So for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I had going on back there. And for a little extra for those rear passengers, there of course is a fold-down rear armrest with cup holders, and there is rear ventilation for them to adjust back there as well. But then moving up to the front, I probably should mention this to start. All the seating is going to come in a Valcona leather finish, and those front seats are heated 12-way power adjustable contoured seats with 4-way lumbar support, and there are memory settings for 2 different drivers as well. Then looking at the steering wheel, it is of course leather wrapped. It is a perforated leather because it is a heated steering wheel for when it starts snowing. That's going to be able to help you out there. And it is tilt and telescoping. It is power adjustable, so between the seats and the steering wheel, definitely had no issues finding my perfect driving position there. But then as far as the startup goes, I have to show you guys. Here is the key. It has the RS logo on one side. Then on the other side, you got your lock, unlock, and you can pop the rear hatch as well. But this is a pretty heavy key. It's definitely heavy duty. I'm loving it. Anyways, keep the key in your pocket or put it in the car. All you need to do is put your foot on the brake, press down on the engine start button, which is located to the right of the shifter there. And then upon startup, you guys heard it before, a car is going to let out a ridiculous growl, and those gauges will do a full sweep as well with some red perimeter lighting, so definitely looks awesome there. And there are a few different things you could scroll through, of course, as always. For instance, in the upper left hand corner, it's going to tell you how many miles you have left until you hit empty. Then if you go to the right, there's going to be the different radio settings, and you got your Bluetooth, of course, and navigation can be displayed up here as well. And for each of those 4 things I just went over, there's a bunch of different things you could scroll through as well. So rather than rambling all of them off, I'm gonna let you guys check them out right now. As far as overall interior quality goes, like I mentioned before, I love that this one has 4-way climate control. So not only the front passengers can set their own temperature, but the rear passengers, assuming there's 2 rear passengers, can set their own temperatures as well. There of course is a sunroof as well. There's your home light controls for 3 different garage doors. There's an auto dimming rear view mirror, and there is ambient LED interior lighting as well. Last thing I want to mention, there is a combination of soft touch leathers and carbon fiber interior trim. Love the carbon fiber interior trim. So yeah, throughout this car is finished very, very well. Definitely impressed. But then as far as the tech goes, front and center, there is a 7-inch color driver infotainment system here. And then of course it's going to come with navigation. There's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can pair your phone to the car and display select apps on your phone up on the 7-inch screen up here. There's also going to be Bluetooth and a Bose sound system with 14 speakers and 630 watts. And that comes standard, but there is an optional Bang & Olufsen sound system. That goes for $4,900. That is the one I have today, so that is the one I'm going to test out right now. Let's check it out. California dreaming about. Definitely crystal clear, and you can clearly hear that a good bit of the sound is coming from these top two speakers on the dash here. Pretty cool, actually. Overall, a very clear sound system on the optional Bang & Olufsen system we have here. But then last thing I wanted to mention to you guys, when you put the car in reverse, there's a reverse camera that's going to let you know what's behind you so you don't go running anything over. And when you turn the wheel, of course, there is advanced grid line, so it lets you know what direction you're heading towards. Once again, helping you maneuver in reverse. Definitely pretty sweet there. Which, of course, leads me into safety. So there are front, side, and side curtain airbags and knee airbags for both the driver and passenger. Then there's going to be anti-lock brakes, electronic brake force distribution, and brake assist with the tire pressure monitoring system. And there are a bunch of optional safety features as well with the driver assistance package, for instance. That's going to go for $2,450. That comes with Audi active lane assist. There's adaptive cruise control, a front and rear corner view camera system, and high beam assist as well. And then lastly, there is Audi Pre-Safe Plus, which detects when a collision is imminent and tightens the seatbelt and closes all the windows and applies the brakes for you. But anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on this stuff at the bottom of the screen right there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold.